Present. Arms. Good evening, parents, teachers, students, graduates, and all other members of our beloved EFHS community. I'm Kira Weatherwax, one of the elected class officers that represented the class of 2020 in the Student Government Association this year. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 Enosburg Falls High School graduation ceremony. Clearly, this is not the type of ceremony that my fellow classmates and I envisioned when we began our final year of school back in August. For many of us, it is not easy to have such a valuable day compromised by such unprecedented circumstances. However, if the class of 2020 is anything, it's resilient. There has been such a vast amount of love and support for graduating seniors, not just from our wonderful community, but the entire country. I think I speak for every graduate when I say thank you so much for all that has been done to honor the achievements and hard work of our class. I would like to especially extend my gratitude to the EFHS staff who have been working tirelessly to preserve the spirit of a traditional graduation by putting so much effort into putting on this event. Maggie Cavazos, our new senior class advisor, has certainly had her work cut out for her. Yet, if she is willing to put this much hard work during a global pandemic to ensure that our big day is special, then future classes have nothing to worry about. I would like to once again thank you all for tuning in and supporting the class of 2020 once again. It is now my honor and privilege to introduce a man who is also new to his position at our school. Since his first day with us, he has made it his #1 priority to ensure that student voice is as prevalent as possible in our school. He has assumed his position with passion and patience and has embraced change at every turn. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Enosburg Falls High School's Principal Donarum.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this year's Enosburg Falls High School graduation. I am Joseph Donarum, Principal. Due to circumstances outside of everyone's control, we have had to adjust and, to put it mildly, shift gears several times in order to co-create a plan to celebrate and honor our senior class of 2020. A ceremony that would not only be meaningful and memorable, but would also fall well within the strict regulations and structures which every Vermont high school must comply during this current time. Given this, I want to thank our entire school-wide community, our Board of Education, our Superintendent of Schools, Lynn Cota, and all the parents and stakeholders who pulled together to help make this graduation possible under such difficult circumstances. Standing before you today, I am reminded of all the graduations I have attended in my own life, and especially in my long career in education. Each one has been unique and wonderful in its own way. While thinking about what I most wanted to express and capture in addressing the young women and men graduating today, I was reminded of my own son's college graduation some years back and the commencement address that was delivered that day by New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, then mayor of Newark, and more recently, a candidate for the American presidency. At that time, Senator Booker had just returned from a large family reunion in North Carolina, where generations of folks had gathered together on a large family farm. The story goes like this. Rose Booker, Senator Booker's mama, took him by the hand and walked him through the large family crowd that had assembled. Periodically, she would stop at various places, picnic tables, etc., and say things like this. See that old woman over there in the pink dress? That's your great-great-aunt, so-and-so. And because of her, you were able to have so many, many doors open wide for you, son. And see that old white-haired gentleman over there, next to so-and-so. Well, that's old Mr. Whoever, your former elementary school principal, who believed in you and saw something very special in you, son. And those two old ladies over there, Cory, no two persons ever worked harder than they did in middle school to move mountains to set you on the path you have stuck with when not everyone believed that you would be able to accomplish all that you have, young man. With tears running down Rose Booker's face, she hugged her now grown son, a man who received both his bachelor's and master's degrees from Stanford University in California, his doctorate from Queen's College, Oxford, England, and his law degree from Yale University in Connecticut. And she said to him, "Don't you ever forget that this is a big old conspiracy of love. This love is what brought it all about. Your family and community loved you into success. You're my baby." I tell you, Rose Booker's words to her son have stuck with me to this day. And as I stand before you now, I get to witness that same conspiracy of love happening right here in Enosburg. Graduates, I only have to look into the smiling faces and bright eyes of your parents, your guardians, and others you have invited here to honor and celebrate all that you have accomplished over the course of the last 12 years. Yes, you did the hard work. However, you were guided and supported every step of the way by your family, your neighbors, and especially your teachers and counselors, and every other person who has been rooting for you from the first day you went to school. So I'm asking today that you reflect upon the energy, effort, and attention, and mostly the love that went into making today possible for each and every one of you. Parents, relatives, and friends, I also ask you to think back over the last 12 years, which in so many ways have flown by so quickly, and acknowledge and honor the hard work your daughters and sons have done to get to the finish line. Yes, COVID-19 came along so suddenly and threw us all into a major tailspin. It definitely negatively impacted our senior class in so many ways. It left students, parents, teachers, and administrators questioning and worrying about whether or not we'd be able to have a graduation at all. These last several weeks, so many of us have been scurrying around waiting patiently for our state officials to inform and guide us about what would be the safest way for us to conduct this significant end of school year celebration for all our seniors. Fortunately for you, we were able to put together what we hope will be something special and memorable, given the many restrictions and mandates within which we have to adhere and comply. However, in truth, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter in what space, room, or location we formally set aside to make this major rite of passage we call graduation, the very big deal that it is for our seniors and their families. What is most important is making sure that the amount of love that went into helping these young men and women gathered here today be recognized and valued. So as you come to the last chapter of your high school career, I wish you all the success and happiness life has to offer you. It is my heartfelt hope that as you leave Enosburg Falls High School, you carry with you a solid set of academic and social emotional skills and proficiencies that will assist you in anything you undertake from here on. Congratulations to all of you. Now go into the world and become the amazing women and men you came to this life to be.
And next, a choral performance of Bridge Over Troubled Water.
I'll be your bridge of troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge of troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary
At this time, I would like to introduce our 2020 class salutatorian, Gabriela Caforia.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this one-of-a-kind graduation ceremony. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be able to stand behind this podium and deliver a speech to you all. Although this is not the ideal way to graduate, we should all be extremely thankful to have this special and unique ceremony. I do have to say that it is a lot easier to stand on this stage and deliver this speech without a room full of hundreds of people. I want to start off with a quote that many of us most likely have heard. Forrest Gump once said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." This quote may seem inappropriate to say in what is supposed to be a formal speech, but it is actually quite fitting given our situation. The coronavirus can be compared to that one chocolate in the pack that we don't like, which for me is orange cream. None of us expected there to be a worldwide pandemic that took out the entire second semester of our senior year. We all missed out on the most important and fun times of our lives. Because of COVID-19, we will not be able to have a senior prom, skip day, although some think we're the skip day champs, a senior banquet, or a traditional graduation ceremony. Some of us even missed out on our final high school sports season. With all that we lost, there is one thing that I can confidently say that we have gained, and that is the belief that we all have what it takes to get through challenging times. Our class is amazing. Most of us entered into this world during the crisis of 9/11, and we are beginning the chapter of adulthood in the midst of a global pandemic. The world has truly thrown great obstacles our way. During these challenging and uncertain times, we have exerted grace, willpower, and a tremendous amount of character. We have proven to our community just how strong the class of 2020 is, and that we will not let a virus stand in the way of our senior year. Although we have had a stay-at-home order for the past several months, I hope that we have all used the time to our advantage. Throughout my time spent in quarantine, I've watched a whole lot of TikToks, spent way too much time with my family, and learned a couple of new hobbies. I've also had the time to look back on the memories made throughout high school. Unfortunately, there are not many memories that we all have made together as a class, but there are special people who have made a difference in our lives throughout the last 4 years. Every single teacher and educator that works in this building has impacted the lives of students. But there are a couple of special people that I wanted to make a shout out to in my speech. Chris Brigham has been the athletic director at Enosburg for 16 years and has impacted the lives of thousands of students. Not only does he connect with athletes, but he reaches out to the school in its entirety to show us all how much he truly cares. Brig holds a special place in my heart because he saw my true potential on the sports field, and I'm sure there are several other students who can say the same. Another person that I wanted to recognize is Miss Sally Bashaw. We have seen her at the front desk and in the guidance office where she welcomes us all with a smile. Sally has a heart of gold, and I will genuinely miss her next year. Like I said, there are numerous people that the senior class will miss, but these are just a few teachers that I wanted to recognize. Not only will I miss the teachers who have impacted my life, but I will also miss the friends that I have gained throughout high school and all the memories that I have made along the way. One thing that I will certainly not miss, though, is constantly being asked if my mom can give you a snow day. And by the way, the answer is still no. We all have plans for what we will do after graduation, and that is a huge step in the right direction of our future. I sent out a poll a couple of weeks ago asking my classmates what their plans were for after graduation. Of the people who voted, approximately 80% of students said they're going to college, 10% said they're entering into the workforce, and 10% said they have plans to join the military. Of course, these are just approximations, but it seems like we all have hopes and dreams for what is to lie ahead in our future. I hope that my fellow classmates choose to rise above the negativity in this world. I hope that we find our people if we haven't done so already. I hope that we have confidence in our capabilities to do whatever we desire, and most of all, I hope that we choose to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. Our generation has the power to shape the world into what we want it to be, but we cannot do it alone. We have to stand together and not stop until we reach our final destination. It is time to say goodbye to high school and hello to the next adventures in life. You have the ability to shape your future into everything you've ever wanted it to be. Class of 2020, if we can make it through a pandemic during what is supposed to be one of the most fun and important times in our lives, then I have every confidence that we can truly make it through any obstacle this crazy world throws our way. I would like to leave you all with a quote. Behind you are all your memories. Before you are all your dreams. Around you is all who love you, and within you is all you need. If life truly is like a box of chocolates, may each of your boxes be filled with nothing but your favorites. Congratulations on making it this far. Now don't stop until you reach your dreams. And remember that the tassel was worth the hassle. Thank you.
Okay. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium our 2020 senior class valedictorian, Hannah Burns.
Hello everyone. Now, I'm not that great at speeches, so just bear with me here. First of all, to the Enosburg Falls High School class of 2020, I just want to start off by saying I miss you. I miss the teachers, the faculty, the senior table, the gym, the flying disc, and the memories that could have been shared together. We didn't get to say our last goodbyes. We didn't get our senior class trip or prom, and nor did we get to properly graduate by walking here on the stage where I stand and receive our diplomas that we have all worked so hard for. Now, although COVID took away the end of our senior year, that doesn't mean we didn't learn, that doesn't mean we didn't make memories with one another, and nor does that mean we didn't have an unforgettable last 4 years. We have found friendships that will never be forgotten, teachers who will always hold a place in our heart, and lessons that will last a lifetime. It isn't about what we lost from COVID that we should be thinking about. It's about proving to everyone else that this pandemic isn't what defines the class of 2020. The class of 2020 is strong. We are unique, and we are a part of history that will be well known forever. COVID has changed my life. It has taught me a lesson I would like to share with all of you. This isn't something I'd like to admit, but as many of you know, I feel the need to be perfect at everything I do. I needed to be valedictorian. I needed to be best on field or court, and I needed everyone to like me. I needed that satisfaction of being great at everything I did, at being perfect. And although this has pushed me harder than anything else to get me where I am today, it came at a price. A price that took away many forms of happiness. I would throw away moments spent with family or friends, moments of having a good time, just because I was stressing over something that no one else really cared about. High school puts so much pressure on us, sometimes we forget it only happens once. We forget to fully acknowledge and appreciate the fact that we are young and some things you just can't get back. If COVID has taught me anything, it's never take anything for granted. Live life in the moment and stop stressing over those shorts and how they make you look, or wondering why he didn't text you back. Stop worrying so much about the things that are out of your control and start pursuing things that make you happy. When COVID took over, I realized never take those moments for granted. Now, I'm not saying don't work hard and don't give your 100%, but always put yourself first and focus on living in the moment rather than the future. Focus on your own happiness. We will all be taking the next step into the real world, and I have faith in all of you that you can conquer anything you set your mind to. May we never take for granted birthday celebrations, Friday nights with friends, a night out on town, school dances, sport games and bird crowd surfing, or in general, life itself. Live every moment like it's your last. Now, I would like to take a moment to thank some important people in my life who have shown me what unconditional love feels like. First of all, my sister, for always correcting me when I say tooken or aten, a little habit of mine, and also for being my best friend. My mother, who has shown me how to be a strong and independent woman and who always has faith in me. My dad, for showing me how to look and act tough, but actually be a total sweetheart on the inside. And my brothers for always teaching me how to keep my cool. Lastly, I would like to thank my Aunt Amy for always reminding me, thank God you're pretty. There are so many more people who I could thank, but I don't have all the time in the world. I am very grateful to have such an amazing support group and a loving family growing up. Now I would like to end with a quote. Take pride in how far you've come, Have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. Thank you.
And next, a musical performance of I Can't Help It by Travis Bartholomew and Tyler Dusso. Now I'd like to introduce our grad speaker, Kathleen Brenninger.
I want to start by thanking Ms. Cribb and Ms. Cavazos for inviting me to speak to you all today. While I would much rather be standing in front of you in person, I am truly honored and humbled to be part of today's celebration of the culmination of your K-12 schooling experience and the beginning of your next chapter. You are the class of 2020, literally a class that will never be forgotten. You are ending your high school experience at an unprecedented time in history, one in which we are both consumed by fear and sadness, but also compelled into positive community action. Over the past few months, we as Vermonters have come together in creative and courageous ways to help each other survive the physical, mental, and economic hardships this pandemic has caused. From Facebook groups dedicated to keeping restaurants open and employees working, to people volunteering to shop for elderly and immunocompromised neighbors and family members, to the organizing of birthday parades, and to individual and local companies manufacturing PPE for frontline workers, Vermonters have once again shown that we are Vermont strong. As you receive your diplomas today, you are no longer Vermont students. Instead, we welcome you as our next generation of high school graduates. You are literally the future of our state and our nation, and each of you has a role to play in continuing to keep us Vermont strong. For some of you, that means continuing your work in the front lines of this pandemic. For others, it means joining the ranks of frontline workers for the first time. Some of you will be staying close to home, taking care of family and friends, supporting family businesses. And others may be leaving home for the first time to build the knowledge and skills that will contribute to the growth and sustainability of Vermont and beyond. Whatever path is in front of you, know that you are important. There is no hierarchy to the ways we take action or contribute to society. We are all needed. And I know as young people that each of you is prepared to give back in some way. In 2014, your very own Lieutenant Colonel Peter O'Connell invited me to speak at the Enosburg Falls High School Army JROTC Dining-In event. In preparation for that, I asked my social media networks how they would define the role of young people in our society. Here's what they had to say. They understand new technology. Their lives move at lightning speed, so their goals and expectations are accelerated. They are more environmentally and socially focused. They have a better impression of work-life balance for the future. They challenge the expectations and assumptions of the older generations, driving innovation and social change. They are dreamers, they are fearless, they are the future innovators, risk takers. They can be the change agents in a society. Through their questions, ideals, and dreams, their bravery and the force of threatening danger can bring together an entire country. These words clearly demonstrate that you, as young people, are needed. As you take your next steps to figuring out who you'll be and how you'll contribute, whether that means heading off to the workforce or college or both, consider the following. Ask questions and be open to the answers. Be persistent even when it doesn't seem like people are listening. Work with people instead of against them. Embrace that you are all different instead of being uncomfortable with what sets you apart. Find what you're passionate about and work hard at it. Put yourself out there and take responsible risks, a lot of them. As I close, I want to leave you with one of my favorite poems, Adios by Naomi Shihab Nye. Adios. It is a good word rolling off the tongue, no matter what language you were born with. Use it, learn where it begins, the small alphabet of departure, how long it takes to think of it, then say, then be heard. Marry it more than any golden ring. It shines, it shines. Wear it on every finger, till your hands dance, touching everything easily, letting everything easily go. Strap it to your back like wings, or a kite tail, the stream of air behind a jet. If you are known for anything, let it be the way you rise out of sight when your work is finished. Think of things that linger, leaves, cartons, and napkins, the smell of damp mold. Think of things that disappear. Think of what you love best, what brings tears into your eyes. Something that said adios to you before you knew what it meant or how long it was for. Explain little. The word explains itself. Later, perhaps, lessons following lessons, like silence following sound. As you transition from high school student to graduate, say adios and thank you to all who helped you become who you are today. Bid adieu to all that held you back as you navigated your adolescence. And as you say goodbye to this chapter, even the best parts of it, recognize that this is a new beginning. Be change agents, define culture, drive innovation, serve as role models, find a purpose. Those of us who spend time with you know you can be all these things and more. It is this potential, the excitement of preparing to shape the world and make it better than those before you, that has me in awe of each and every one of you. Congratulations, Enosburg Falls High School, class of 2020.
21 seniors in the class of 2020 will be receiving presidential awards this year. I have 2 letters to read to you. One is from our President Donald Trump, and the other is from our Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. The first one is from President Trump. Congratulations to the recipients of the 2020 President's Education Award. Over the past year, the individuals who have earned this distinguished honor have exhibited exceptional work ethics and determination. Our nation will soon look at these future leaders for guidance, and I am confident that they will continue to build a stronger and more prosperous future for our great country. The First Lady joins me in applauding the educators, administrators, parents, and other community leaders who have been there every step of the way to encourage and uplift these bright young women and men. As these talented students pursue their dreams and passions, we send our best wishes for continued success. Keep up the great work. President Donald Trump. And this is from Betsy DeVos. Congratulations on your achievement as a 2020 Presidential Education Awards Program recipient. Since 1983, this program has congratulated millions of elementary, middle, and high school graduates for their educational achievement. This award is a special recognition of your determination to make the most of your abilities and your potential. Recipients excel in their studies, often overcoming obstacles to their learning. I applaud you all for your dedication to your lifelong learning journey. President Trump and I are pleased to join your family and communities to celebrate you and your success. Best wishes for a future filled with great success, Betsy DeVos. Ethan K. Archambault. Travis D. Bartholomew. In addition to receiving the Enosburg Falls High School diploma this year, Travis is also being presented with the Presidential Award.
Woo-hoo! All right, Trav. Hold on. Are you smiling underneath that? You look really, really good.
Thomas A. Benoit. Today, in addition to his diploma, Tommy is going to receive the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship, the Fred Laffey Cash Award, and the Presidential Award.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Melina J. Lezonas. In addition to receiving her diploma from Enosburg Falls High School today, Melina is also receiving the Presidential Award. Hunter Boyven.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Lydia C. Bowen. In addition to Lydia receiving her diploma, she is also receiving the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Most Proficient in Social Studies, as well as the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship and the Alumni Scholarship. Hannah M. Burns, Class of 2020 Valedictorian. In addition to receiving a diploma today, Hannah will also be receiving the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Valedictorian Award, the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Most Proficient in Math and Science, and the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship, as well as her Valedictorian Cash Award. Congratulations. Gabriella M. Caforia, 2020 Salutatorian. In addition to receiving her diploma today, Gabriella is also receiving the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Salutatorian Award, the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Most Proficient in English Award, and the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship, the Coca-Cola Scholarship, and the Salutatorian Cash Award, along with the Presidential Award. Congratulations. Sarah E. Carpenter. In addition to receiving the Enosburg Falls High School diploma, Sarah will also be receiving a Presidential Award. Sydney P. Carpenter. Hunter D. Schwanier. Ethan D. Cullum. Congratulations. Evan Connolly. Jaden D. Decker. Madison K. Decker. And Maddie is also receiving the Enosburg Falls Class of 2020 Most Proficient Award for Art and a Presidential Award. Dylan S. DeRocher. Way to go, Texas. Jennifer Desatel. Jennifer is an early college student at Northern Vermont University, and in addition to receiving the Enosburg Falls High School diploma, she's also the recipient of the President's Award. Anna M. Doan. In addition to receiving her diploma, Anna is also receiving the Presidential Award. Caitlin E.J. Donna. Blaze A. Duffy. Tyler Duso. Colby J. Elwood. Amy Fackler, early college student at Northern Vermont University. Reed D. Farrar. Carson G. Fortin. Megan S. Jarvis. In addition to receiving a diploma today, Megan is also receiving the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship, the Alumni Scholarship, the Merrill E. Purley Memorial Scholarship, and the Howell Sabarin Memorial Scholarship, along with the Presidential Award. Isaac Hamlin will also be receiving an Enosburg Falls High School diploma this evening. Isaac was not able to be with us today. Hunter P. Hayes. Callie M. Halawati. In addition to receiving her diploma today, Callie is also the recipient of the Howell Sabarin Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. William A. Houghton. Face them. Laurel G. Howell. In addition to receiving her diploma today, Laurel is also receiving the Presidential Award. Logan E. Jetty. Gavin M. Johnson. Congratulations. Aiden M. Kelly. In addition to receiving his diploma today, Aiden is also the recipient of the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship and the Coca-Cola Scholarship. Michaela L. Kelly will also be receiving an Enosburg Falls High School diploma this year. Michaela was not able to join us today. Nick LaRocque. Congratulations. Thank you. Connor M.L. LaValle. In addition to receiving his diploma today, Connor is also the recipient of the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Most Proficient in Spanish. Congratulations. Gordon M. Lawyer. Savannah L. Longtime. Harley J. Lowry. In addition to receiving a diploma today, Harley is also receiving an Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 award presented to her for her dedication and loyalty in JROTC. I'd also like to acknowledge that Holly M. Lowry is receiving a diploma from Enosburg Falls High School this year. Unfortunately, Holly was not able to be here with us to receive her diploma. Kayla E. Lovelet. In addition to receiving her diploma today, Kayla is also the recipient of the Presidential Award. Dylan Mybaum. Thank you. Congratulations. Aurora Martin will also be receiving an Enosburg Falls High School diploma this year. Aurora was not able to be with us this evening. Tyler J. Mayhew. Joseph P. McKenna. Congratulations, Sherry. Mallory N. Morris. Cole W. Murphy.
I'm getting a picture.
Logan E. Murray. You can just... Gabriella Newberger. Gabriella is an early college student attending Community College of Vermont. Andre J. Noel. James W. Noel.
You're smiling, James. I can tell by those eyes.
Cesar E. Ortiz. Cameron N. Perrott will be receiving a diploma this year, but he is unable to make the ceremony this evening. Brendan M. Peliquin. In addition to Brendan receiving his diploma today, he's also the recipient of the President's Education Award. Martin Perez Ortiz. Michaela L. Powell will also be receiving an Enosburg Falls High School diploma this year. Michaela was not able to be with us today. Michaela is also the recipient of a presidential award. Lacey L. Reed. In addition to receiving our diploma today, Lacey is also the recipient of the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship, the Fred Lacey Cash Award, and the Presidential Award. Jacob J. Roberts. Okay. In addition to receiving a diploma today, Jacob is also the recipient of the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Most Proficient in Family and Consumer Science. Mathilde Romani. Mathilde comes to Enosburg Falls High School this year. She came all the way from northern Italy to join our community, and we wish you the very best. Nicholas S. Ross. Here he is. Brandon C. Rye. Joshua R. Rye. Mark Rye. Mark is a Vermont Adult Learning student. Thank you, Mark. Come right on here. Nicholas A. Soborowski. Storm Sampson. You can look at your family. Grace M. Sayers. Emma M. Snow. In addition to receiving our diploma, Emma is also receiving the Presidential Award. Kelton Snyder. Kelton is also an early college student at Community College of Vermont. Brianna St. Francis. Madison Lynn St. Ange. Maddie is also the recipient of the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship and our Presidential Award. Kylie M. Stewart. Kylie will be receiving an Enosburg Falls High School diploma this year, but she is unable to make the ceremony this evening. Sam Lee Susko. will be receiving an Enosburg Falls High School diploma this evening, but unfortunately Sam could not be with us tonight. Megan Tardif. Jacob M. Thomas. Margaret R. Tiffany. In addition to receiving her diploma, Margaret is also the recipient of the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship and the Town of Fairfield Scholarship. Congratulations, Maggie. Kira Weatherwax. Today, Kira will also be receiving the President's Education Award and the Enosburg Falls High School Class of 2020 Most Proficient in French Award. Brooke Lindsay Westcomb. In addition to receiving her diploma, Brooke is also the recipient of the Jenny Whitcomb Memorial Scholarship and the Presidential Award. Hunter J. White. You can go right down the stairs. Mariah Williker. Congratulations. Ariona J. Williams. Ethan Williams. Haley L. Wilson. Whitney A. Wright. In addition to receiving her Enosburg Falls High School diploma today, Whitney is also receiving the Presidential Award. Colby J. Wyman. Good. Senior graduates, as a symbolic gesture of your completion of high school and this rite of passage, please turn your tassels from the right side to the left.